Disclaimer, folks, I use Ubuntu for my servers, and I actually like the Rust programming language. I've been learning how to code in Rust and have some projects that use Rust. So I have nothing inherently against Ubuntu or Rust. But there is an interesting topic to talk about here. And folks call it the Oxidation Campaign. And Canonical calls it carefully but purposely oxidizing Ubuntu, which is essentially using more Rust in their system. And of course, critics have a different opinion. So it started in Ubuntu 25.10, and what happened was they replaced sudo with sudo-rs, which of course was rewritten and memory safe sudo. We won't talk about any possible bugs or any possible security flaws. Right now, of course, they've been testing replacing the GNU core utilities with utils, which is essentially a Rust rewrite of ls, cp, mv, etc, you name it, right? The core utils. And of course, the difference is the traditional core utils they use a different license. They use GNU licensing. And the rewrites use MIT, which means can do almost the same thing. It's a clone in a different language, but a different license. In future, they're looking, of course, at a replacement for NTP Unified Client, and which will be written, of course, in Rust, and StatTime or P2P integration also in Rust as well. So what's going to be the next domino? If you don't know what ntpd is, it's basically an NTP implementation in pure Rust. So basically, network time security will be built into it, and it's going to replace Crony, Linux BTP with a unified binary, and it's proven it at scale, works at Let's Encrypt. They use this to keep their time stable and steady across their fleet. And of course, this ntpd-rs is also packaged for Fedora, Debian, and Ubuntu. And I think what is interesting, and let's be honest, it's really not as controversial as some of the other swaps. I mean, it does get used to Let's Encrypt, but it's not whether it's good, it's whether replacing Battle C infrastructure one piece at a time across an entire distribution, does it introduce more risk than it mitigates? Right. And that's an interesting thing. When you've got products that have used the GPL v3 core utils, and there's 40 years plus of batch tested code, and it's been the foundation of GNU/Linux, one of the things there is that the derivatives must remain open, can't be relicensed for proprietary use, where of course the rewrites are MIT permissive, they can do what they want. It's Rust, rewrite, it's memory modern safe. Some commands may still be incomplete. That's right. Even though these are clones, not all, they might not be 100% identical. So some things may not work. And of course, it can be forked into proprietary products. So Canonical has said the license change is into driver, and it's more basically making things are modern, memory safe, and all of that type of stuff. So who knows what's going to happen? Of course, interestingly, there has been a request to switch utils to GPL license, but there's no resolution for that. And if that wasn't enough, poor Grub, the bootloader, where do we put this? There's rumors that they will be doing some gutting for Ubuntu 26.10, so not the next edition, but the edition afterwards. And basically, they're proposing that their Grub will not support booting if your file system is BTFS, XFS, ZFS, right, or LVM, except for RAID 1, partition tables, or encrypted bootlux, which is interesting. They will be keeping GPT and MBR as boots and file systems, squash ext4 fat, and only MD RAID 1. And basically, their belief here, and should I say, reason behind it is they say less code has a smaller attack surface. So What happens if you're using LVM or one of these file systems, or ZF even for your boot partition with secure boot? Right? What you're going to do? You won't be able to upgrade to 26.8. The upgrader, allegedly, if it goes through, will block you. You'll be stuck on 26.04. So either 26.04 until the end of time, or reinstall your machine with something that they support, or try a different bootloader. So here is the weirdest part. Ubuntu's own installer set up LVMs by default. Lacks encryption on Ubuntu requires it. And Canonical's recommendations will be incompatible with Secure Boot under their own proposal. So it's going to impact server users. Millions of production servers would be impacted. Anyone who chooses Encrypt My Disk during installation for lax LVM would be blocked. And enterprise deployments that mandate encryption might be stranded or might have to repartition live systems. So now what? No, I have never been one of these people that has complained about Ubuntu. They've made mistakes, and a lot of things in desktop Linux are and have moved forward because of some of the work Ubuntu has done in the past. Give credit where credit is due here. Right. But this pattern is becoming interesting. Snap everything. Their distribution, their own snap, they can do it. It's theirs. Rust everything. Memory safety system changing licenses is surely an interesting side effect. Stripping Grub. Like, okay, makes sense. You know, less code, more security. But breaking your own recommended install? Really? And yeah, things move quickly. 9 months of support, so it is strategic timing. At least it will only be the future, and the next TS folks will at least have 10 years of support. 5 to 10 years of support, so at least I won't have to worry about things for a while. But still, honest take here. Both sides have a point. Now, memory safety is a real problem. Let's Encrypt has proven that ntpd works pretty well. Now, reducing Grub's pre-attack surface, it's fair. It's fair. Canonical is funding open source nonprofits to do some of the work. And they have given people plus 10 years of support on the old stacks with LTS edition coming up. So why are folks concerned? Well, license changes, they have a great big difference between GPL and MIT. Coreutils is still incomplete, and some of them are performance regressions, so might not perform as fast as the battle tested C. Grub changes their own recommendation of store configuration. I really don't get that one. And of course, the pace of change, it's like they're trying to do everything so quickly. And carefully, but pushing changes so often. So, as the saying says, they're rewriting foundations while the building is occupied. We know that memory safety is the future, but the transition matters just as much as the destination. Of course, disclaimers, this is an opinion content, do your own research. The proposals may be changed, may be modified. Saying it breaks Canonical's unrecommended install, that was based on comments found in their discourse thread. And of course, there's open information around when it comes to GPL and GPT. And anything that reflects incomplete may already be addressed and fully sorted by the time this go live. So folks, let me know what you think below. You going to change distros? You planning your reinstallation in 10 years' time? Let me know what you think. Bye for now.